We will start our practice in Tadasana, mountain pose, at the top of the mat. With the feet together or slightly apart, lift the kneecaps, engaging the leg muscles. Draw the navel into the spine, engaging the core. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a few moments to connect to your breathing. Feel the inhale and the exhale. And then inhale, raise the arms up above you. And exhale, stretching over to the right. Inhale, raise the arms, and exhale, stretching to the left. Let's do one more. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, stretch to the right. Inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, stretch to the left. Inhale, reach the arms up, come into a slight back bend with palms together, and exhale, swing the arms down, come to your forward fold, reach the arms overhead, and inhale, reach back up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, back up to upward hands, palms to touch, and exhale, forward fold. And stay here in your forward fold with the knees bent. Step the right foot back, followed by the left. Come to your plank position. Hips in line with the body. Exhale, drop the knees, chin, chest to the mat. And inhale into your cobra pose. Exhale to your downward facing dog. Inhale, raise the right leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw the knee to the nose. And then exhale, plant the foot in between the hands. Turn on the back foot to 90 degrees. Turn the hips out to the side. Come to your warrior two. Stack the front knee over the ankle. Reach the arms out to shoulder height. And then look towards your right fingertips. Draw the navel into the spine. Keep the core engaged. Let's come to our archer pose, bend in the back elbow, creating a fist with the back hand and thumbs up with the front hand. Slight back bend here as you draw your arrow back. And then exhale, release, turn on the back foot, come to your high lunge. Keep the front knee bent, reach the arms up overhead. Bring the palms together as you inhale into a back bend. And then exhale, release the hands. Bring the hands onto your hips and set up for your warrior three position. So start to bring the weight into your right foot. Float in the back foot off the mat. Float the leg all the way up as you draw the torso down, trying to create that T shape with your body. If you have the balance here, reach the arms straight ahead of you. Try to keep the torso and the leg in one line. And then gently step the back foot, come to your low lunge, drop the back knee. Take an inhale into a back bend, pistol hands or palms together. And then exhale, come to your half pyramid. Try to straighten through that front leg and fold over that leg. Release the head and the neck. Inhale, bend the front knee, step back to your plank. Exhale, take your flow here. So you can drop the knees, chest, chin, or you can take a chaturanga halfway to the floor. Inhale into an upward facing dog or to your cobra. Then exhale, downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths in your downward dog. Spread the fingers, rooting the hands into the mat. Lift the hips high to the sky and draw the heels down towards the mat. Let's come to the other side. Inhale the left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, knee towards the nose, and plant the foot in between the hands. Turn the back foot to 90 degrees. Come to your warrior two on this side. Bend the front knee, stacking it over the ankle, and now look towards your left fingertips. Feeling the strength of a warrior. Bend the back arm, come to your archer pose, creating fists. And then inhale to a slight back bend as you draw your arrow back. exhale, release. Turn on the back heel. Inhale into your high lunge as you lift the arms overhead. Bring the palms together or pistol hands into your back bend here. And then exhale, releasing the hands. Bring the hands to your hips, set up for your warrior three on this side. Start to bring the weight into the left leg, floating the right leg up, drawing the torso down as you do this, creating that T shape with your body. If you feel stable, extend the arms in front of you. Keep the core engaged here. Slowly step the back foot down to the mat, drop the knee, come to your low lunge. Inhale into your back bend here, pistol hands. And then exhale, come to your half pyramid, straighten through that front leg, fold over the leg, release the head and the neck. And slowly bend the front knee, step back to your plank. Take an inhale here, and exhale, take your flow to the floor. Inhale into your upward facing dog or to your cobra, and exhale to your downward facing dog. Take a breath here in downward dog. And then drop the knees to the mat. Bring your forearms onto the floor. Let's come into our forearm plank. So extend the legs back, come onto your toes, lift the knees. Make sure the hips are in line with the body, so drop the hips. Make sure that the shoulders are stacked over the elbows. Draw the navel into the spine, keep the core strong here. Keep pushing into those forearms. And then lift the hips and start to walk the feet in towards the body as much as you can, coming into your dolphin pose. Keep pushing into the forearms. Lift the hips a little higher. See if you can walk the feet in anymore. And then drop the knees. Take a child's pose, releasing the arms by the side. Neck back to your breathing here. And then release, come onto your knees, and then bring your belly onto the mat so you are laying prone with the belly on the mat. Release the hands by the side. We'll take a couple of back bends here. Clasp the hands together behind you. And then inhale, push the hip bones into the mat as you lift the chest, the head, the shoulders, the feet, maybe even the knees into your locust pose. Keep lifting up, keep pushing the hip bones into the mat. Take one more breath, and then slowly exhale, release onto the mat, release your right cheek. Release the hands by your side. Okay, and then either go for another round of locust pose like we just did, or come into bow pose, bending the knees, grabbing hold of the insides of the feet or the ankles. Inhale, push the hip bones into the floor, rise up, drawing the knees off the mat, the shoulders and the chest also rise. Keep kicking the feet away from you, pushing the feet into the hands. Feel your chest rise a little more. Take one more breath here. And exhale, slowly lower to the mat, release the legs. Release your left cheek to the mat. Push back to your child's pose here. Releasing the forearms and the forehead to the mat. Let the back settle after those back bends. Feel yourself reconnected back to your breath. And come back to sit onto your heels. And then bring the legs out in front of you. Let's come into butterfly pose here. So bring the soles of the feet together. And then bring your hands to hold your feet, opening the soles of the feet up like a book. Start to flap your butterfly wings here, lifting the knees up and down, loosening the hips. Bring the legs back to stillness. Take an inhale, straighten the spine, and exhale, folding forward. Release the hands to the mat in front of you, maybe even the forearms. Let the head and the neck relax here. If it's too intense on the hips, bring the feet further away from the body. If you want to intensify it, you can bring the feet closer to the body. Start to lengthen your breath. And then slowly lift the head, walk the hands back in towards the body. And then bring the legs out in front of you. Let's come into our boat pose. So with the knees bent, lift the feet off the floor. First come into half boat pose. Release the hands to the sides of the legs, palms facing each other, pointing the toes away. Maybe come to the full boat pose, extending, straightening the legs. Keep the core engaged, keep drawing the navel into the spine. If full boat pose is too much, bend the knees, come back to your half boat pose. And then bring the hands onto the thighs and roll over into your halasana, your plow pose with the feet coming behind you. If the feet touch the floor, you can release the hands to the mat, maybe clasp the hands. If the feet don't touch the floor, keep your hands on your lower back. And bring the hands to the lower back and slowly roll the spine onto the mat, vertebra by vertebra. Release the hips and then release the legs. Keep the knees bent here and we'll come into our bridge pose. Walk the heels towards the body until you can touch the back of your heels. Inhale, push into the feet, lift the hips up. Clasp the hands underneath you and walk the shoulder blades together. Take a breath here, and as you inhale, see if you can raise the hips a little more. Keep lifting the hips up. One more breath. And then release the hands. Slowly lower the back onto the mat. Let's take some windscreen wipers here. So bring the feet out to mat width, knock the knees together, drop the knees to one side and then to the other side. Keep this dynamic movement going, releasing any tension in the back. Hug the knees into the chest, squeezing the knees in. And then maybe coming into your happy baby, grabbing hold of the outsides of the feet or the ankles, keep the knees bent and reach the feet up so the soles of the feet are facing the sky. You can rock side to side here, massaging the back into the mat. Feel the gentle opening of the hips here. And then bring the knees back together, hug the knees to the chest once more. And then extending one leg along the mat, followed by the other, and take a short shavasana here. Let yourself get comfy, release the arms by the sides. Close down the eyes, feel the whole of the body coming into contact with the mat, feel all of the muscles relax. Bring your awareness back to your breathing, feeling the inhale and the exhale. Becoming aware of the rise and the fall of the belly as you inhale and exhale. take a minute or so in your Shavasana before you want to continue on with your day. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.